Good morning, world. How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of our Press Network. Just wanted to share something that was on my heart. And y'all know how I go. I just speak from my heart. Nothing written down, nothing like that. It's a beautiful day in South Carolina. Just got back off of vacation. Went to see my mother, uncles. Went to go see some family up in Fort Washington, Maryland. Hope all is well with you all, no matter where you at. No matter what's happening in your life, remember that this is only a moment in your life and God is bigger than this moment. Real quick, something that came to my, it's on my heart. I want to talk about, of course, we deal with love, we deal with relationships, we deal with everyday issues or whatever, but just wanted to share with that one little clause, that one little word that, we all look for, we all desire, and that's that word, "till death do us part." Now, we know that's not always the case. It doesn't always happen that way. We all strive for that. We all live for that and long for that. We all want love. We all desire love, and you desired and you deserve to be loved. There's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to just talk about "to death do us part" and how in a lot of relationships we feel like we can change the individual. That word "to death do us part" simply means this: I'm gonna love you where you at. Because we're all evolving like the seasons. You might fall in love with someone, you might get involved with someone, and you're trying to figure out why in the world they're changing. What's going on with them? Who was in their ear? Who are they talking to? Who is actually, actually the person that's actually speaking to them, that's, making them react a certain way. Well, let me say this. Loving a person where they're at times can be hard, very difficult at times. And with that being said, you just got to be able to take it in stride and understand that, we're all going to change. But loving that person where they're at and understanding where they're at takes time, takes dedication, it takes commitment. Along with that, it's going to take for you to lay aside your needs, your wants, just to make them happy. Now, I'm not saying that you got to sacrifice everything in your life. I'm not telling you to act like a dog. I ain't telling you to, roll over and die, nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that continue to voice your needs, voice your opinions, and voice what the things that concerns you. But along with that, realizing that, maybe they're going through something. And maybe they're going through something, at their job that they're not going to talk to you about. Maybe they're going through something in their personal life they're not going to open up and talk to you about. These are the ups and downs of relationships whenever we talk about "to death do us part." Yes, we know that financially that creates a strain. We know that commitment, stepping outside of your relationship creates a strain. There's a lot of things that create a strain within your relationships, but it's up to you on how you want to continue to build upon it. Okay? So, you know, just realize that we're all looking and desiring the same thing. We all want love, desire love, and to be loved. But with that being said, it just takes time. So, you know, just um just realize that there's someone for everybody, and make sure you keep people out of your business. Make sure that you keep people out of your business. It's so easy for us to just open up because we don't have nobody to talk to. I have friends that I can just be real with. I really do. But I refuse to have friends or refuse to open up to people that would that to a certain point they're so opinionated when it comes to the issues I'm dealing with. In other words, everybody's not going to understand where you're at. Sometimes you just got to vent. And be careful who you vent to. Be careful who you open up to, because everybody is not going to understand where you're at. So with that being said, continue to pray. Realize that God is bigger than your problem that you're dealing with, and that in due time you are going to come out victorious. Okay? So to death do us part, understanding where that person's at takes time, takes dedication, and more than anything else, takes understanding. All right? Y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you at. And y'all continue to remember, that's the reason why we press. Have a blessed day.